Hello and thanks for staying with us. Customs Management tax younger officers on post-clearance audits. Also on customs support, customs officers escape death from smugglers. Plus more report. I am Egesemi Idie. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has asked officers to work according to the laid down rules of the Nigerian Customs Service. He gave the order in Abuja while speaking on post-clearance audit conference which just ended in Abuja.
The Comptroller General of Customs, CGC Adewale Adeniyi, has charged younger officers of the Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, to aspire towards global expertise in post-clearance audit, PCA, describing the tool as a cornerstone for modern customs careers and the future of Nigerian trade facilitation. Speaking at the conclusion of the 5-day WCO Accelerate Trade Facilitation Program on January 23, 2026 at NCS headquarters in Abuja, Adeniyi emphasized that mastering these emerging audit techniques is the most effective way for new recruits to align their professional growth with international best practices. He said, and I quote, "For the younger officers who are here, for you, this might be the first time you're experiencing this kind of thing, but our respected WCO experts started from somewhere. Post-clearance audit is one of those emerging tools developed by WCO, and this is the best way in which you can start your career." He advised further, "I want you to begin to look at your aspirations. Let it be shaped towards that dream that one day you can also become a PCA expert." End of quote. The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has concluded a high-level 2-day management workshop aimed at accelerating trade facilitation reforms and streamlining the ease of doing business across the Federation. Organized in partnership with Riversol Business Services Limited, the training, which ran from 22nd to 23rd January 2026, reaffirmed the service's commitments to digital modernization and the removal of bureaucratic bottlenecks within Nigeria's trade corridors. The engagement forms part of the service's broader reforms agenda under the leadership of the Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, aimed at strengthening institutional capacity, aligning operations with global best practices, and positioning customs as a key driver of Nigeria's economic growth. The final day of the workshop focused on emerging trends in global trade, digital transformation, and the evolving role of modern customs administrations. Senior officers of the service engaged in robust discussions on adaptive strategies, operational efficiency, and stakeholder collaboration, reinforcing the NCS's resolve to remain responsive in the rapidly changing trade environment.
As the Customs Management continue to celebrate World Customs Day in Abuja, the federal government has continued to improve on customs rules and regulations in the country.
Customs CGC Adeniyi announces 7 trillion naira revenue collection in 2025, launches time release study. The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) has recorded a total revenue collection of 7.281 trillion naira in 2025, surpassing its target of 6.584 trillion naira and representing a year-on-year growth of 19%. The Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, said the achievement reflects disciplined enforcement, improved compliance, digitization, and collaboration with the private sector. The announcement was made during the 2026 International Customs Day celebration held at the Ladi Kwali Hall, Abuja Continental Hotel on Monday. The event also marked the official launch of the Nigerian Time Release Study, TRS, a comprehensive diagnostic tool designed to assess and improve trade clearance efficiency at the Nigerian ports. Adeniyi explained that the TRS conducted at Tinkan Island Port provides validated clearance timelines for over 600 declarations, identifying bottlenecks and idle periods that slow down goods movement.
The time-release study TRS marks a major step towards making Nigeria's trade gateways secure, efficient, predictable, and globally competitive. It signals our commitment to move from opinion-driven reforms to evidence-based reforms and from complaints-driven policy to data-driven solution. The study conducted at Tinkan Island Port provides us with the most comprehensive measurement of clearance performance in our recent history. It reveals encouraging realities and uncomfortable truths. It shows, on the one hand, that examination times themselves are relatively efficient and that Nigeria has the capacity to clear goods quickly. But it shows, on the other hand, that excessive idle periods, often due to fragmented scheduling, manual documentation, and poor coordination, extend clearance times unnecessarily and erode competitiveness. In other words, our challenge is not that we cannot move goods fast. It is that goods are not allowed to move fast. We now have validated clearance timelines covering more than 600 declarations, combining manual timestamps and platform data. We now know with precision how long it takes from booking for examination to physical gate exit and where bottlenecks exist in between. And armed with such evidence, we are now able to say that the fastest way to protect Nigeria traders and our economy is both through border security and procedural reforms. The TRS that we have just released demonstrates another truth, and that is the fact that customs cannot reform the ports alone. Effective trade facilitation requires collaboration, working together of terminal operators, shipping lines, partner government agencies, truckers, brokers, bankers, and all of the ports authorities working together in a synchronized ecosystem rather than in parallel silos. We will therefore be institutionalizing the TRS as a regular diagnostic tool, not as a one-off exercise. Our intention is to monitor, to learn, to reform continuously over future cycles.
You are watching the program Customs Report.
Oh, noble customs service, vigilance and duty. With clean hands we protect, ever watchful day and night, guarding all our borders against crime and smugglers. Oh, vigilant customs, we serve with steadfast pride. Oh, noble customs service, justice and honesty, clean hands in all respect, our flag that never sleeps, securing all our borders from law-defying traitors. Oh, vigilant customs, we serve with truth and pride. Oh, noble customs service, account for revenue, enforce the nation's laws, an oath we wear with pride, with courage as our compass, integrity our watchword. Oh, Nigeria,
Happy International Customs Day 2026. Nigeria Customs protecting society through vigilance and commitment.
The KLT Lighter Terminal Command of the Nigerian Customs Service have seized container of expired drugs into the country. The controller says that anyone caught will face the law.
The acting customs area controller of the Kirikiri Lighter Terminal Command of the Nigerian Customs Service, Deputy Controller B.L. Adigun, disclosed during a media briefing that the command has intensified enforcement actions against expired and falsely declared goods while achieving remarkable revenue growth in 2025. In his welcome remark, he extended warm greetings to members of the press, stakeholders, and partner agencies, expressing confidence that the new year would bring renewed opportunities for collaboration, growth, and the continued advancement of shared objectives in trade facilitation, border security, and compliance. He said that the command remains committed to upholding its mandate to facilitate legitimate trade, prevent smuggling, enforce customs laws, and protect national revenue.
The Kirikiri Lighter Terminal Area Command delivered an outstanding revenue achievement in 2025. The command recorded a total revenue of 147 billion 216 million 149,033 naira and 81 kobo, as against the revenue target of 109 billion 442 million 892,989 naira and 86 kobo. This is a significant increase compared to the same period in 2024, which stood at 107 billion 182 million 674,940 naira. The difference of 40 billion 33 million 474,129 naira and 81 kobo represents a 35% growth, clearly demonstrating the command's improved revenue drive, enhanced enforcement strategies, and increased compliance among stakeholders. The command remains steadfast in facilitating legitimate trade while decisively enforcing customs laws. Stakeholders and the general public are assured that the command will continue to block revenue leakages, combat illegal importation, and support national health and security objectives throughout the year. Please permit me to acknowledge and appreciate the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, and his management team for their leadership, encouragement, and for creating the enabling environment that empowers us to deliver on our mandate.
He emphasized that the command continues to focus on ensuring compliance, safeguarding public health, and promoting efficient trade operations at terminals through sustained enforcement and collaboration with relevant stakeholders.
There were 2 by 20 feet containers that were examined. One of the containers, the expiry date was found to be very, very close to almost expired. So one that had the expiry date still very far away was allowed to go. But the other one that had the expiry date was almost expired by the time it came into the country. We had to detain. So I wrote to the headquarters, and the headquarters gave permission for us to seize the containers and hand over to NAFDAC. So there you have the containers now, 440 bags of triple pressed stearic acid, 25 kg bags each. So that is what we are handing over to. The Kirikiri Lighter Terminal is not a place where you bring in a substandard product, expired product, a contraband, things that are not wanted by the federal government, by the policies of the federal government. So it's not a place. It's the only place where you come and do your trade, genuine trade, and then we'll help you facilitate it.
Let me first commend the Nigerian Customs for this wonderful collaboration and the synergy we have been having from them over time, because that has helped the agency a lot in getting rid of substandard products, expired products, falsified products, getting into the Nigerian market. So we look forward to more of this collaboration, and we know with our synergy, we'll be able to get rid of falsified products, substandard products, expired products from Nigerian market.
So what's next after this one?
Well, as the Nigerian Customs is handing it over to us, of course, the Port Inspection Directorate, we are also equally going to hand it over to our Investigation and Enforcement Directorate, and they will take it up for further investigation. And I want to assure you, after the investigation, you can be sure that the consignment is going to be destroyed completely.
Customs officers attached to Ogun State Command have been attacked by smugglers while trying to do their job in the jungle. The Customs Area Controller says that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to fight smugglers along the nation's borderline.
2 officers of the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) Ogun 1 Area Command have been shot by suspected armed drug traffickers during an anti-smuggling operation at Akokoro area of Iwoye, Imekwafon, local government area of Ogun State. The incident occurred while officers of the command, acting on credible intelligence, intercepted a 12-tire truck suspected to be conveying a large consignment of illicit drugs and other prohibited items. Before reinforcement teams could arrive, the suspects mobilized a large number of armed hoodlums and launched a coordinated attack on the patrol team. In a deliberate effort to obstruct law enforcement, the attackers mounted heavy barricades at about 9 strategic points to block access routes, preventing timely reinforcement. They opened fire on the officers and disabled a custom patrol vehicle by shooting out its tires, creating a volatile and dangerous operational environment. The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) Apapa Port Command, in collaboration with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, has intercepted 347.5 kilograms of Canadian Loud, a potent strain of cannabis, concealed inside an imported Toyota Sienna at the Apapa Port in Lagos. The seizure, which marks the 4th major joint drug interception by both agencies at the port within 2 months, followed coordinated intelligence gathering and thorough cargo examination. The illicit substance was hidden in 13 bags within one of 4 vehicles contained in a single import consignment. This was disclosed in a press statement by the command's public relations officer, Chief Superintendent of Customs Issa Sulaiman, on 27 January 2025. A detailed weighing of the seized drugs revealed that 10 bags weighed 25 kilograms each, while the remaining 3 bags weighed 29 kilograms, 34.5 kilograms, and 34 kilograms respectively, bringing the total to 347.5 kilograms.
The World Customs Day has been declared open by the federal government, saying that the Nigerian Customs Service should continue to improve and work on the rules as approved by the federal government. Also, the Secretary of the Nigerian Customs Service also says that the customs will also work according to the rules as approved by government.
Customs protecting society through vigilance and commitment. It is a team that speaks directly to the mandate of customs and to the experience of our officers at the borders, the ports, and across our various communities. The yearly themes declared by the WCO are not vague aspirations or ceremonial slogans. They convey very concrete meaning linked to the commitments we owe to the society that we serve. Protection is a daily responsibility of customs, while vigilance and commitment describe the mindset and discipline required to distinguish between allowing harm and intercepting them. After more than 3 decades in uniform, I can attest that what the public thinks about customs protecting the society, the focus is often limited to revenue generation or the enforcement of our tariff policies. In Nigeria, it is sometimes reduced further to the image of customs seizing rice, vehicles, or lately, petroleum products. These are legitimate functions, but they are only a fraction of our mandate. True protection is broader and far more complex. It involves intercepting narcotics that would devastate young lives, blocking counterfeit medicines that will harm patients, seizing hazardous environmental materials, preventing arms from reaching criminal networks, and ensuring that the products entering our country are safe for consumption. In many of these cases, the public may never see the intervention, but they will certainly have felt the consequences if we have failed to act. And last year showed very clearly what protecting society looks like in the real world. Across all our commands, officers working with sister agencies disrupted multiple criminal supply chains before they ever reached our communities. And I give you the example of our Papa, the command where we honored the customs area controller. We uncovered 16 containers of prohibited goods worth over 10 billion naira, a single operation that combined narcotics, expired pharmaceuticals, and concealed firearms. At the airports, officers intercepted wildlife, over 1,600 exotic birds being trafficked without CITES permits, stopping a wildlife crime operation that will have harmed both biodiversity and Nigeria's international obligations. Across our land borders, our teams seized illicit narcotics and counterfeit medicines worth hundreds of millions of naira, along with ammunition and other prohibited items moving through covert routes. These operations do not make headlines for long, but their impact is enduring as fewer young people exposed to harmful drugs, fewer weapons reaching criminal networks, fewer counterfeit medicines reaching patients, and fewer endangered species removed from our ecosystem. This is how we protect the society, by preventing funerals, addictions, environmental crimes, and avoidable tragedies before they occur. We recorded over 2,500 seizures with an aggregate value of more than 59 billion in prohibited and harmful goods removed from circulation all over the nation. All of these seizures cut across narcotics, counterfeit products, vehicles, and substandard consumer goods. The most certainly prevented real harm, that of addiction, unsafe treatment, violent crime, subsidy exploitation, environmental degradation, and treaty violations and funerals before they occur.
The command made a total of 497 seizures. Through intelligence-driven operations and the dedication of our officers, we intercepted and seized the following items: foreign parboiled rice, 22,725 bags of foreign parboiled rice at 50 kg each, equivalent to 37 trailer load. Premium spirit, we seized 2,669 kegs, equivalent to 66,725 liters. Red Star cartridges, 2,128. Cannabis sativa, 13,332 parcels. Used clothing, 25 bales. Foreign used vehicle, 11 units and 2 tractors. Pneumatic tires, 2,034 pieces. Tin tomato paste, 12 cartons. Sugar, 50 kg, 18 bags. Inhalator insecticide, 1 carton. Local brand spaghetti, 10 kg, 4,228 cartons. Vegetable oil of 25 liters, 2,097 kegs. Rowden explosives, 1,315 pieces. Paint guns, 11 units. Revolver pistol, 2 units. Locally made guns, 2 units. Crystal melt, 11 racks. Heroin, 16 pieces weighing 16 kg. Used boxers motorcycle, 6 units as the means of conveyance. The total duty paid value of seized item for the year 2025 is 4,130,931,100 kobo, while the duty paid value of the corresponding years was 1.7 billion. This showed that there was an increment of 2.3 billion. These achievements are testaments to the commitment of our officers to combating smuggling activities, protecting the economy, and safeguarding the well-being of our society. As we began the new year, our focus has remained on consolidating the gains of 2025. Gentlemen of the press, I am pleased to inform you that from 1st of January 2026 to this morning, Thursday, 29th January 2026, the command recorded significant seizures. These include 1,042 bags of smuggled rice weighing 50 kg each, 3,738 parcels of Sanabit Katiba, 780 used tires, 2 pieces of traditional carvings. The 2 seized traditional carvings will be sent for expert appraisal to determine the next course of action. This incident underscores the ongoing threat to our cultural heritage. Ogun One, under my watch, will act decisively to nip antiquity theft in the bud to protect our national legacy. The total duty paid value of what we are showcasing to you today is 721,453,612 naira. It might interest you to know that arms and ammunition is classified under Schedule 4 of Absolute Prohibition List of Common External Tariff of Nigeria Customs Service. This monumental seizure is commendable at the backdrop of heightened insecurity in the land. Should 1,315 explosives and 2,128 rounds of live ammunition of this magnitude escape into the country and fall into wrong hands, the consequences will be devastating. On interagency collaboration, gentlemen of the press, the command has achieved a robust industrial harmony with all government agencies in the Iroko-Igbono border, especially our host communities, traditional institutions, and other sister agencies like the DSS, Nigerian Immigration, Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the Civil Defense, Nigerian Military, NAFDAC, SON, Nigerian Police, Port Health, and Quarantine.
Just before I round up this week's edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service has continued to work according to the rules as approved by the government. For me, Igiseme Etinye, thanks for watching.